G'day viewers, today I'm at Lightning Ridge and I'm on the Red Door tour at the moment, which is like a car door. You drive around following these red car doors with arrows and so forth. Now I'm at the first place of stopping, which is this place here. As you see, doors that are made of, walls that are made of bottles that are concreted into the wall and so forth. So anyway, let's go in and have a bit of a look. It says entrance, so we'll go from there. Well, g'day viewers, here I am at the Black Pearl. This lovely Black Queen. This lovely lady, Gail, right? She is the resident and also the tour guide of this. This house has a lot of history, which I won't go too much into, but basically her and the previous owner combination, correct? Right, have built what you're about to see. Now, I'll turn it around. This is your living area. As you see, there's the sleeping area. Oh, husband's there. Hello, husband. Waving. His interest. The husband, ex-Qantas pilot. So the lady made an upgrade, got an Australian man. Thumbs up. Right, and as you said, over through there is kitchen area. Right, now this is just one of several rooms or house dwelling parts of it. Now this is like you see, I've seen on the Leyland Brothers, which goes back a long time. Now if I do a widescreen view here, that's probably better. These are the walls. They're made of bottles surrounded by concrete. You'll see more of that as we go around to the next place. Well, here we are. We're on the outside here, guys. And you can see a outdoor barbecue style area, right? You see a monument to the dog for the previous owner. This is another section, another building. What do you see what I mean with the concrete bottles in there? Definitely like the Leyland Brothers, right? Now if we walk in through here, this is the inside of it. And you can only imagine in summer, the light coming through these bottles, it's got to be really, really nice. It's like, whatnot. The ladies and husband will not live here in summer. No brains. They've been living in the cold climates too much. It'd be lovely 42, 47, just nice and warm. Anyway, we'll turn around and go back to widescreen to try and get a bit more. So this is another one. You see it's a bit darker at the moment, but it is very overcast. And very nice. And all these flags you'll see up on the roof, all different countries. These were given by various visitors over the years, right, to the previous owner. And did you collect any of them? No, this was all done by the previous owner. Unfortunately, she has one bad one there in the far left corner. We won't talk about Donald Trump, right? And then there's another one. If we look through over there, you'll see a bit more. So we'll put a pause on that. Now, coming through, this here is a bathroom that was built again by the previous owner. A lot of this has been tidied up by Gail and her husband, right, and so forth. You see the bottom part there is grey. They're actually tinnies. So you've gone from stubbies, tinnies for the bit of privacy, and on the outside this is what it looks like, hence tinnies, along with stubbies. Geez, it would have been a lot of fun drinking all that stuff, getting it ready for the wall. Remember, you're doing it only for construction, no personal benefit. So also, viewers, I've had the fortune of spending the previous half hour, whatever it was, right, with Gail telling me all about this, and it's a lot more in-depth explanation of everything. Gail really knows the stuff, so definitely highly recommend coming here and checking it out. But anyway, I'll turn it around a bit, and you'll see a lot of the artwork. Gail's a very, very skillful lady. She's done a lot of stuff. And this is only like a tiny little snapshot of what she got. Let's have a look at some of the artwork. Now you got some, I don't know what this would be, abstract art. Oh no, there's somebody stuff that I recognise in glasses and everything else. And they're there, and you're in the background again. You see the bottles in there, right? And there's also, oh look at that, Homestead. Yep. And if we go over the side here, we've got again more different style artwork through here. And one thing which I thought was pretty cool. Well, if we go in a little bit closer, maybe I'll get rid of that widescreen. Oh, stupid machine. There we go. If we zoom in, I should have done that in the first place, but anyway, you'll get the gist. It's a pretty skillful work. You know, remember, this is all done not by printing out stuff, by actually hand. It means using skill and expertise to do this stuff. Right, and you see, I like that one there. That was very, very cool. Right, now over here, this is something that's very interesting. Now, as you see, you know, like that's the trunk of a tree, and there's more shape. They are actually three-dimensional. You touch on it, you feel it rise out of the painting. Very, very cool. Right, sort of thing. And you've got a little office over here.
That's another gallery.
Oh, it's another gallery. Sorry, I'm bloody pretty shit at this. And more of the gallery down through here. Right, but the only thing that will work against you in summer is the low ceilings. But I can put up with that. I like the hot weather. We'll continue on down through here. There's a bit more of the gallery and everything else. And very nice. So definitely come in, say hello to Gail. Hello Gail, wave. Say hello to Gary. This is the Red Door Tour. There's car doors all over the place and they're painted red. It's a unique thing for Lightning Ridge. Definitely worth coming down to Lightning Ridge. Check out this place, more to come. Well, go viewers, here we are. We are now at the Ridge Castle. It's like a little castle here at Lightning Ridge, just a little bit further on, short walk. As can be told, one ute. This is where I was with the lady just a minute ago, right? And here we are. I'll widescreen this to try and get it out a little bit better. This is the Ridge Castle, and I assume these are people's houses or something. I'm not really sure. And so I don't really know where to go to knock on the door to find out, but we'll find out soon enough. And again, the same theme with the walls and bottles. And if I zoom in on this part here, there we are, lots of bottles cemented into a wall to make a feature wall from the inside, I would imagine. Oh, by the look of it, looking at those tours and just reading that part there, it looks like you can look at the outside, but people living the inside want to be left in peace and quiet, but we can walk around and have a look at the outside. So we'll have a look at the outside, and that's about it there by the looks of it, unless I see something else saying, which I'm sort of reading the sign at the moment, which is saying that you can knock on the door or something. So we must respect people's privacy, and we'll just have a quick squeeze on the outside and see what we can see. Well, as we continue to get a little bit further in, we can see Royal Thrones, sign, door, and one Sir Knight guarding the premises. And this part of the house being round, it must be like the round house in Perth. A little Perth humour. And there's various doors and entrances to it. And that's about what you can see from the outside. And I'll see if I can get a little bit of the front. Doesn't really show a great deal on camera, unfortunately. And that's the castle drawbridge. And oh, very cool, look at this, just beside the roundhouse, made of 2-car doors. I wonder if they're old Holden doors, like an FB or something, or an EK Holden. Do not know. But anyway, we can keep walking around and have a bit of a squiz. Now, how cool is this, viewers? A castle in the fucking desert, Lightning Ridge. Go back to normal view. That is there. Well, let's have a quick wander around, because I got in 5 minutes before they closed, so I'll have to be very quick here and see what they got. Okay, now I'll step inside this part here. There's areas where, because the guy actually lives here, so this is his home residence, and he's expanding and building stuff. So let's turn around and do this. I've got it on widescreen to try and get the best view. At the moment it's all concrete, and the roof needs to be built. But as you can see, this is very cool. I just got to be careful not to video or film any areas where it's a family area or personal stuff, which is explained where that is, but the rest of it's all right. So pretty cool. I don't know whether it's turned out very good on video, unfortunately, but it's a very cool experience. Have a look at this here, eh? It's all stonework on the outside, which has been concreted in place, and up through there. Very, very cool. And as I said, I think I've got in here just before buddy. I'll have a quick look upstairs. Well, I just walked up through the, I'm upstairs now, just walked up through again. As you see, it's all under construction. So, still a lot to go. And you can actually see where you get big parties, barbecues, beer. Very, very cool. This is the overlooking of this site there, Far North Queensland Alex. Alex is ringing, I have to speak with him later. Very cool. And I shall go downstairs in a second and film what we're allowed to film downstairs. Well, I think I've got just about everything in that we're allowed to film here. There's in through those rooms there that you can see from the outside. The guys asked me not to film in there because there's personal stuff in there, so I've respected that. The outside we can film, but that's about it there. You know, there's obviously to do with maybe a shed or processing, or maybe it's his living area, but whatever it is, you have to come here and have a look yourself to see what it is. Very cool, worth it, worth the effort. And bit of an outside garden thing and everything else there, so very cool little spot. The bloke let me in 5 minutes before he closed the gate, so I'm going to get out so he can then have his personal time. Well, here we are, viewers. We're at the Lightning Ridge Hot Artesian Spa. Now, I can't show you too much inside because there's a lot of people swimming and so forth, but the water's from the Great Artesian Basin, as the name would suggest. And what they've done, they've brick paved and around the entire area, so you can walk around just like a public swimming pool, complete with change rooms and toilets and so forth facilities. And except it's artesian water that's about 40 degrees or something like that, so it's like hopping into a hot bath and everything else. Wouldn't come here in summer, but in winter I've just spent 2 hours here. Absolutely fantastic, and yet lots of bloody people just coming in there, and everyone talks to everyone. Really good. I'll give you a bit of a quick look, but I won't go too much. That's about as much as I say. You can see people in there, so I won't show too much of that there. And there's a small toddler's pool over the side there. So, but again, I won't show too much in there because there are people swimming. You don't want to intrude on people's privacy. Definitely worth the effort. So after a fair bit of sightseeing, a small town like Lightning Ridge has quite a lot to see, which is very surprising. And at the completion of each day, coming in here for a bit of a bloody refreshing dip in the hot artesian spas. Absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend. Okay, viewers, here we are at the the Opal Cave, little place in Lightning Ridge. Let's have a look, see what's in here. Just walking in, sort of like a jewellery shop, except with a bit of a twist. And as you can see, lots of stuff to have a look at. And I won't talk too loud because there's people around here. Lots of opal to look at. And look at that there for the colours. And very cool. Much like a jewellery shop, but I'll have a quick look and see how it goes.